Welcome back. This is Sarah in my crafty corner. We're back with the third part of our little album, and I've already went ahead and got some things prepped here ready to put them in. So what we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be matting the inside covers, and also I went back and I added some of the little buttons here on the front just to give a little something extra on there. So, but we're going to go ahead and get these matted in here, and I will go through and show you what I did. I printed off these, like this is the one that we have on the front cover, and so I printed it again on 5x7, and then of course I had to trim out the edge. The same with this one. This is one that's in that same kit, and I foiled, did the foiling technique on those. And then this is another one, and it had the blue, and I just cut that out and then did the foiling on it as well. Then I took our pretty little pink, and I did it the same as the front. I trimmed it down to go on the inside, and I did the distressing technique on that. And then I cut down 2 more pieces of the fabric, and we're gonna mat this on top of this. And then for underneath that, we are gonna have this green. So it will go like so. And it should just leave enough of that green peeking out, and then have the pink over it. And I thought I may end up having to trim a little bit off the side of the pink to kind of give a little bit more of that fabric to show, possibly, because it's like right to the edge. So I just kind of roughly measured, and then but once we I may have to go in and do that, but once we get that done, then we're going to take one of our one of these 3, and we're going to attach it on the top here, and we may do a side pocket. And what I might do, instead of just sticking this straight down like we did on the front cover, because you know that was pretty tight, and there's like glue stuck on that, or I got probably too much, and you can see where I scraped it, but and do like a tag, well, a pocket, and have it, you know, like a tag stick in there. Or we could just leave it like it is, like that. And I really wished I'd had some of these like with that green color. And maybe I should have did like pink on the underside and then green under this. But I had already cut these down, and since I already used that green on the front, it kind of is what it is. And we could use that one again. But I think I'll wait and use this one for inside. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get these things attached down. And I think I am going to just trim off the edge on both of these pieces here, and cut it just slightly smaller. So we'll just take our trimmer here, and I mean like just, and of course it's not going to be straight because we've already, you know, like I think that much is good. Just like that. And I'm going to do that for both pieces. So I'm kind of lining it up over on this side, and I don't know how good I am in the camera. Let's go like that. That's good. Okay. And then I'm just gonna go back through and ink up both of these sides. And then take the distress tool and just distress that edge again. Okay, just roughly like that. And then I'm just going to take what ink is left on my blending tool and kind of hit the edges of that just a little bit. All right, like that. Okay. And then I get those little bits like everywhere. All right, so we're just going to start. I'm just going to start in the back here. And I didn't distress the edges of this because, well, because I want it to go pretty close to the edge, and it is just copy paper, and it might be a little bit harder to do. So we're just gonna go in and put some glue on here. So I think we might just leave this like that for now, because I'm not really sure. These could make cute little cards to tuck in, you know, some of the other pockets or on top of pockets or something like that. So put those to the side. And then let's see, I've got this little tag thing that we made to go in somewhere. Ooh, let's put our little things on here. It's just kind of random, but I'm just gonna pick pink to go on this side, and I'm using with the foil like that. So cute. Okay. And then we'll do the blue on the other side. Now, if I run ribbon through this one, I probably will only do it through one, because then obviously if you do it through more than one, it's not gonna open. Or I could do it on both sides, I guess. I don't know. We shall see. Okay, so we have that to go with. Excuse me. And I have been cutting out, I did go through and cut out some of the things. Like some of the mainly the labels, and I got keyholes and like these little hinges and photo corners, and then I got some of the butterflies here, but I don't know, we'll have to see if we use those. And then I have these labels here, and I did go through and I cut out but I feel like for this, I feel like these are too plain. I feel like it needs more of this detail intricate stuff. But anyways, and then I also was going through some of my stuff, and I found this cute little dainty little crochet ribbon. Is it not so cute? So dainty. So I thought we can try to add some of that in our album. And so now, oh, something else. Let me show you something else I found. When I was going through some of my stuff, I found these little chipboard pieces that are little sewing notations and things. And they're just little chipboard pieces that I've had like forever in my stash. And so I thought, oh wait, I didn't do a safety pin. I thought I did one of all of them, but apparently I did not. Well, I have a clothes hanger, a little sewing machine, a spool, a needle, scissors, the little form dress form, mannequin, and I didn't do the safety pin. Oh well. And so I thought these would be nice, and all I did was painted those with that white gesso that we did, that I did the covers in. Just this acrylic gesso, Hobby Lobby, and I'm pretty sure I did not pay full price. Probably got that with a coupon or half off or something like that, or 40% when they run their sale. Anyways, I painted them white with that, just one little coat, and then I kind of dabbed it with my blending tool just to kind of make it not so white. And I think, is that not cute? Wouldn't that be just sweet right there? Oh, even with some little flowers on there, it'd be so cute. And I hadn't planned on using flowers in here, but we just might, because I don't know. Who knows what I'm liable to pull out. So got that. Let's see. Next thing is finally pages. And I made a boo-boo, and I can't remember, and maybe when I go and edit, because this is part 3, so when you see, you'll see part 2 first, of course, but I don't know, I can't remember, just sitting here thinking of the recording for that, if I went over already cutting these down and cutting the pages down. I think I did, but I can't remember. But I made a boo-boo. So, because I did not take into account that this is going to be going, our elastic's going to be going in between. And I went ahead and I did one. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's not going to work. I mean, I won't say it won't work. Well, I could have just punched here and there like we did on this. Because like this is the same that we did in that prayer journal. And I just, I would have used the Jenofeve Designs Simply Magical templates like I did in that one. But this covers was a little short. So I decided to just take the scrap pieces of paper that I had and make my own. So that's what I've done. And my scoring is off on this one. But I went ahead and I inked them all up. And so I just cut this down to, I think, 1 1/4. 1 1/4, yeah, by 8. Yeah. And then I scored at 5/8. So roughly 5/8. And then on either side of that, I scored at 1/8 on each side of that middle score line. And I did the same thing with punching the little things out, folded it, and I went ahead and I inked the ends and the center parts up because you're going to see those. Paper will be covering this part, but I'm still going to use this. So I think what I'm going to do is I may have to trim it down and make it slightly shorter so that I can use it as a tuck or as a a tag or something to go in a pocket. So we'll see. And if not, then I will just save it and I don't know, I'll make a card out of it or something, right? So yeah, I have not, however, I've not inked up my pages here. Now, another thing, I went ahead and I put 1/4 of an inch score tape all the way to the edge on these. And then on the pages, I put 1/8 of an inch on the end. And possibly could get another 1/4 in there, but that's a 1/2 inch, and I didn't really want them overlapping, so I just did 1/8 right to the edge so that I at least know that the edges are completely stuck down. And so I have 2 each, so I have 6 of these and 3 for our things. But now it's not just going to be these. We're going to add pages and pockets and things to these. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do one. I don't know that they'll be the same, so I'm going to put, just going to keep 2 of these out and 1 of these out. And let's see, I went through, I had some other scrap pieces and I haven't scored those, but I had the ones that I goofed on because I did put a quarter inch tape on this, and like I said, I don't want those overlapping to add extra. I don't want to add extra bulk there. So all I did was I took those then and I just scored them at a 1/2 inch. So this is 5.5 by 8. Let me double check, make sure, but I'm pretty sure it's 5.5. Yep. By 8. And then so I just put this in here in my scoreboard on the 5.5 inch side, and I scored it a 1/2 inch, and I did that for all. It should have been 4, but for some reason I was missing one of them, so there we go. And then when I first started this album, I had went ahead and I had scored full sheets in half and then trimmed it down to 8 and realized that that's not what I wanted either. So I took those pieces that I already had cut down, scored those. Well, it was already scored in half, and so I just cut it at a 1/2, leaving a 1/2 inch there on that score piece, or it's roughly a 1/2 inch. And then I have 3 of those, and so we're going to use those as some of our little flaps. These and these, probably for each one. So yeah. And I think I'm going to take one of the smaller ones, one of the larger ones, put the others to the side. Keep those, put these with that. And we're just going to work on these. And we're going to go ahead and attach these to here. Okay, so we're going to go right to the edge, right up to that score line as close as we can get to it. Okay, and then the same thing with this one. And I might be off slightly, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. So, same thing here. I think if I want it to be a little over, I want it to be over on this, boop. Like that. And then if that bugs you, you can just ink that. And like that. Alright, so I didn't ink these edges because we're gonna have paper over it, so you're not gonna see it, so I don't have to worry about that. And like that. And then I'll just kind of hit where those like join together at, like with ink, it'd be fine. I could have cut it at an angle, I guess. I didn't even think about it. So then we're gonna have, and it's gonna fold like that and like this, and then over. And then we're gonna figure out what we gotta do on the other side. And I think we'll do a pocket. So I'm gonna go and get that cut down, and then I'll be back and I'll tell you what I cut it down to. Okay, so I took a sheet of 8.5 by 11 and I cut it down to 5 by 9. And then we have one that's left over that's going to be, of course, 9 by 3.5. And then there's one that's going to be 9 by 2. So we can use these. This can be another pocket and a belly band. So we're going to keep these. That way we don't have any waste. And I'm just going to lay those with our pile of things. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to score this. Okay, so we're going to score this piece. This is going to be 9 by 5. And we're going to score it on the 5-inch side. We're going to score it at 1/2 inch. Okay. And then we're going to rotate it on the 9-inch side, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch on this side. And then at 1/2 inch in from the other side. Like that. And then I was thinking, do we want to make that a pocket, or I could trim off that inch and make it a flap? I think I'll do that. So I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to go ahead and score it while I got my scoreboard out, and I'm just going to score it 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to trim it down to 8. Oh, put a trimmer back in here. Let's see. I'm just going to pop it in here and trim it down to 8. Okay. Like that. And then I'm not sure if I really like this Hobby Lobby white paper. I mean, I like it as far as printing and all that. It's fine, but I don't know if I really like it to construct with, because it says 665 pounds, but just it don't seem as sturdy as the others. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I did that wrong. Yeah, I think I like it that way. Geez, I'll get it right in a minute. Okay, so we're gonna score those in. I don't guess you have to do them on both sides. I just do. And then we're gonna put tape all the way around. So I'm just gonna do 1/4 on this one. I feel like I need to be more creative with my pockets. I think we just kind of go like the same old way, but it's okay. It'll be all right. Oh, before we attach them down though, we do need to ink them up. So there we go. We can go ahead and attach these down. All right, so here's our page. It's gonna have the flap here, the flap here. It's gonna open in the middle. I'm gonna flip it over, and we're gonna have this. So I'm gonna open it up, and I'm gonna have this attached. Actually, you know what? Do I want it attached? I don't think it's really gonna matter because you're still gonna have okay, so I'm just gonna peel this bottom one, just the bottom one for now, and I'm gonna open that so I can see. Yeah, okay. And then, so there is our little, first little booklet, whatever you want to call it. And it can go, in here. And just gonna test it out. Probably should have did that for spent all this time getting it all, you know. But yeah, it's gonna be so pretty. I love it. I love it. Okay, so that's gonna be the first one, and I think we're gonna stop this video here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, running, it's about an hour there. And the next video we will do matting these, and I will decide if we're gonna use magnets or what we're gonna use. I wonder if we used ribbon, if that would, like, if we could use some of like the seam binding, we could put it here and have it come out, and then have it come out here and like tie. Would that get in the way? Would that look stupid right on the edge? I don't know. Those are things I probably should try to decide before I put everything together. But sometimes I guess in my mind's eye, I can't see that until I see like how this is laid out. I don't have ideas like that until then. It's like my brain just don't work that way. I wished it did. So this is kind of how I guess I do. I just kind of wing it and do it as I go along. I don't know what else to do. So I'm just gonna leave that in there like that. And we will be back next time with matting the pages, matting those pages anyways. I'll probably go ahead and have the mats ready to go. And yeah, so I think that's about where I'm at for tonight. So if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. You can click that notification bell. You will be notified when I upload a new video. And thank you for watching.